We smoking on that Packer pack tonight. Woo-hoo. The Minnesota Vikings is 4-0. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment. The Minnesota Vikings beat the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau, man. And I know many Vikings fans are mad about the second half of the second half collapse, but the Minnesota Vikings held on and they won this game, man. And this was a blessing in disguise. Because we all need to see how did the Minnesota Vikings play when adversity hit them, man. The Green Bay Packers came back and made it a football game, man. The final score was 29-31, man. The Minnesota Vikings scored 3 down points after halftime. The offense fell asleep in the second half, and the defense couldn't hold up on Jordan Love on one leg, and the offense was scoring points. But the Minnesota Vikings, y'all, this is a special football team, man. I know the Green Bay Packers came back in the second half, but the game was so far away, they could not win the football game, man. And the Minnesota Vikings and Sam Darnold played good today, man. I know Sam Darnold threw an interception in the end zone. I don't think it was an interception. The ball hit the ground. But the referees called it an interception, and it is what it is. But the Green Bay Packers, they ain't know what to do with the Minnesota Vikings offense, man, or the defense. The Minnesota Vikings defense gave Jordan Love trouble all day, man. Jordan Love threw the ball 54 times on one leg. That right there is bad play calling, man. He had 4 touchdowns with 3 interceptions. He also threw the ball for 389 passing yards. But like I said, the Green Bay Packers were down, 28-7, 28-zip in the first half of the game. So he did what he had to do. The running game ain't do nothing for the Green Bay Packers. The Minnesota Vikings shut that shit down. Josh Jacobs only had 51 rushing yards, and Wilson only had 27 rushing yards. And Jaden Reed, he went crazy. He had 139 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. That clearly Jordan Love, favorite wide receiver, man. But I want to say, man, I give major props to Jordan Love, man, because Jordan Love clearly was not 100%, and he went out there and tried the best to beat the Vikings, but the Vikings were just too good, man. The Minnesota Vikings moved to 4-0, man, and they smacked the pack, and I'm smoking on the pack. What my boy Rap say, we going to smack the pack? We done smack the pack tonight, y'all. Like, man, this was a good game, man. The Minnesota Vikings moved to 4-0, man. We are 4-0 in the NFC North, man, and we just beat an NFC North opponent. This was a big game for the Minnesota Vikings, man. The Minnesota Vikings defense is nasty, man. They get to the quarterback, man, and they would hit Jordan Love all damn day, man. And Aaron Jones had a good game. I'm mad Aaron Jones couldn't get in the end zone against the Green Bay Packers, and I had him on my parlay to get a touchdown, but he had 93 rushing yards, 22 carries. Like I told y'all in my game preview, Aaron Jones will be the best back on that football field Sunday, man. Compared to all the Green Bay running backs, Aaron Jones will be the best back, and he was, man. And Justin Jefferson had 85 receiving yards. He had a touchdown. The return of Jordan Addison. Addison had 1 receiving touchdown with 72 receiving yards on 3 catches. And Jordan Addison even ran for a touchdown, man. He had 1 carry for 7 yards, and that 1 carry was a touchdown. This Minnesota Viking team is dangerous and nasty. I knew the Packers weren't going to beat us, though, man. The Packers right now is not a good team, and Jordan Love clearly is not healthy. If he was healthy, I don't think he beat the Minnesota Vikings, man, just because the Vikings are playing on another level, man, and the Vikings defense is just nasty, man. They gave the Packers offense trouble all first half, man. In the second half, I would mainly blame the offense compared to the defense, man, because the offense only scored 1 down field goal after halftime. Like, that's crazy, man. KOC, we got to get that shit together, man. But the Vikings win, man. The Vikings are 4-0, man. Take it how y'all want to take it. We 4-0. And the Vikings look real good in the NFC. They are number 1 in the NFC North. And it was a great team win, man. And we played Green Bay at Lambeau, man. So next time we play Green Bay, it will be at Minnesota, man. But this was a great team win, man. We all want to see how the Minnesota Vikings will play with adversity, man. And the Vikings last year would have lost this game, man. The Vikings team for last year, they would have crumbled. And the Green Bay Packers would have came back and beat the Minnesota Vikings, man. But this is a different Minnesota Vikings team. We watching on offense and defense and special teams, man. And the only reason the Packers scored that 1 down touchdown, speaking of special teams, Jalen Naylor muffed the down punt, and the Green Bay Packers were down there in the red zone. So that's the only reason they got 7 points before halftime anyway, man. But besides that, the Minnesota Vikings got hella weapons. Jalen Nailor even had a catch for 31 yards. Like the Vikings look good on offense and defense, man. And we travel next week to London where we play the New York Jets, who just lost to the Denver Broncos, man. Y'all let that sink in. The New York Jets lost to Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. I think the final score was 10-9, man. I think and I predict the Minnesota Vikings will beat down the New York Jets just because they offense ain't got no juice, man. Aaron Rodgers is old, clearly, man. I like their running game and their defense. It's okay. Like we done faced way better defense than the New York Jets, and I'm not in love with the New York Jets offense, man. But the Minnesota Vikings will travel to London this week to play the New York Jets next Sunday, man. But overall, the Minnesota Vikings look real good, man. The Vikings is a scary team in the NFC, man. They just got to keep it going, man. Hopefully they will. I know they will because I can see the fire in their eyes. Like the coaching staff, the offensive players, the defensive players. Hell, even the water boy got a little fire in his eyes, man. I'm not lying to y'all, man. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. And the Minnesota Vikings are 4-0, man. Who would thought the Minnesota Vikings would be 4-0 walking into week 5? Man, let's go, man.